Hi, this is Abe Wesley. That ain't here tells it like a TI is. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Topic I'm going to talk to you today about is the Real Housewives of Dubai, season 2, episode 1, premiere episode. It started off with Lesa and Chanel are on meeting them at the racquetball tennis thing to play paddleball, and so they were talking, and she was saying that she don't know anything. Aunt was saying her confessional, she don't know anything about paddleball. That's Lisa's sport, and they're a sport family. She just rather watch instead of play, and so Lisa was saying, yeah, she's an avid paddleball player. They don't have paddleball in the United States, so she likes playing paddleball. And so after they had their little conversation, meet and greet, the trainer came over and she introduced Lisa introduced the trainer to Chanel on. He was telling her how you play it, and he was showing her how to play it. And every time she would hit the ball across the thing, she would miss, and they finally got through playing the game, and then they finally sat down and talked. And then they was talking about uh, how the friendship was going, and everything was going right. And then Chanel brought up, let's talk about the Beyonce concert. She said, yeah. She said, Stansbury told me that 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 Brooks' friend Taleen, she fell down and stuff. She said, oh. She said, I didn't know that. He said, because I was in the VIP section. Chanel answered, no, I was in the VIPP section. I was in the section where I was just so close to Beyonce that I almost touched it. And Lisa said, I was in that same section. No, it was only a chosen few in that section. She said, I was also in that section. I know. And she said there was only a select few that got those VIP tickets and stuff like that. And then they switched it over to Stansbury. She talking about she was arms away from Beyonce. She was in that same section but further down. And then Brooks talking about she was in the section. It wasn't the VIP section, but she was so close to Beyonce and JC you could touch them too. So they was going back and forth about that. And then switch to the next scene, and the next scene was Stansbury at her house with her husband, and she was saying that their house wasn't quite ready yet, quite fixed yet, so they had to move out. They had to move out of their townhouse or hotel, and they had to move in one of their friends. And she was saying that one of her friends didn't want her and Sergio doing the do in his house because they was making too much noise, and he wants them to hurry up and move out. And she said her home is not fixed right, and so she was getting her stuff packed up and stuff, and she was saying that they gotta find somewhere to stay. And Sergio was telling her that that yeah, they do need to find a place to stay. Then switch to the next scene. And then the next scene was Brooks at her house with her son and stuff, and she said that was the first time that she would let because the producers asked her, how why did she finish her salon project, building her salon in 6 months? Sometimes it takes people years. She said, well, when you got money, you could do stuff faster and stuff. And that's why it took me 6 months. I'm looking at, girl, all that money wasn't your money. Most of that money was that man money you married your ex-husband. That's why all of it in your business. She claimed he was like a investor. But anyway, she said she would have never had let her ex-husband come over there and be in her house and with her son and stuff. She would always have him take him away. She was saying things are getting a little bit better. And he was telling us something about the business, and he was telling us something about, she needs to do this with her son and that with her son. She was saying, well, yeah, they co-parent now, but at first she would never do that but now their relationship is getting a little bit on better terms. So that's why she let her ex-husband visit her son in her house. Then it switched to the next scene, and the next scene was Sarah. Uh, no, yeah, no. Before that scene, it was Lesa at her house with her children, and she was telling her son that he's the only child in their family, the only child that has a tooth out in the front. And then her husband was laughing. He was saying, "Yeah, he's the only one." She said, "Yeah, he's the only one." And then she said, "Come on, we finna get ready to go." She's finna get ready to take him. I think take them take them to the soccer game. And she was saying that soccer is big in their house, and her eldest son is on some soccer team, and she hoped to teach her son and her younger son how to play soccer and learn. So she said that way the sons could take care of her and her husband when they get old. And so she took them to the soccer thing. And then next thing you know, the next thing was with Sarah, and she was at the spiritual healing thing, therapy thing. And she was telling them people a year ago she really didn't feel like going through that, but she said she's been getting a whole lot better since she's been going to therapy and stuff. But she also told them that she wants a family and she wants to be married and she wants to have a life. And so the spiritual healer said, well, you're doing a whole lot of stuff, and what aspect are you looking for in a new partner and stuff? She was saying, well, I want somebody that's going to be nice to me. And she explained about how her first husband abused her and stuff and treated her bad. And then she said her second husband cheated on her 2 or 3 times. So she's kind of skeptical about bringing somebody new, especially around her son. And he was saying, well, that's why you're in here. That's why you're in here. You're healing from the past and you're moving on. He said, so now it's time for you to move on. That's what the spiritual leader or whatever they was talking to her. And she was saying, yeah, I am ready to move on. I am ready to move on. I feel like that I'm in a better place right now. And so after they switched to that scene, the next scene was Brooks having lunch with Taleen. And they had lunch, and then Taleen, Brooke told Taleen, she said, well, how you doing? She said, I'm doing all right. And Brooke said Taleen was one of her best friends, and she knew Taleen for many years. And then Taleen said in her confession that Brooks was one of the only people that she had, because she said she was in a rock band, and then she sung background for Brooks Springsteen and some more people. And then she said she didn't know if she wanted to keep on doing a music career. And then she met up on her husband in L.A. And then she said she decided to go ahead on and marry her husband and leave her singing career behind for her husband, because her husband had a whole lot of money and investments and stuff. And she said when she saw Brooks, she said, oh, another person from the United States, never, because she said she was over there in Dubai all by herself, and she didn't know nobody. So her and Brooks had been friends for about 10 years. And so Brooks told her, she said, yeah, how did you like the hotel experience? How did you like the Beyonce concert? She said it was good. I was having a good time, and me and you both was having a good time. We were drinking. She said, well, Caroline Stansbury said that you were drunk and you fell down and all your private parts were showing. She said, Brooks, you know I would never do that. She said, me and you both have fun. We always get to drinking. Brooks said, yeah, I just picked you up off the ground. She said, yeah. She said, none of my private parts were showing. I would never do something like that. I would always cover up myself. I'm a classy woman, not a trashy woman. I said, that's right, Taleen. And then she said, I didn't really have too good of a feelings, good energy about Stansbury anyway, and stuff like that. And she said that about me. She said, yeah, she said that about you. And then it went switched to the next scene, and the next scene was the next scene was the last scene, which was all of them coming to the beach, because when Lesa was talking to Chanel earlier at the paddleball tournament lesson, she told her she wanted to have something at the beach for the girls. So Lesa was there setting up everything, and then Chanel came and they greeted each other, and she said, "How you doing?" She said, "I'm doing all right. How you doing?" She said, "I'm doing fine. She said, I'm doing fine. I'm doing well and stuff." And so she said, "Are you and Chanel asked Lesa, are you inviting all the girls?" She said, "Yeah, I invited all the girls, so all of them come." He said, "Even Sarah." She said, "Yeah, Sarah coming." She said, she said, "Yeah, Sarah's coming." She said, "But Sarah, her and Brooks, they be going to the spiritual therapy thing." She said, "Oh, so she's doing that with Brooks now, just like she did with me last year." She said, "Yeah." The next thing you know, here come, here come, here come Brooks and Taleen, and then after Brooks and Taleen came, Stansbury came. No, Stansbury came for them. Then Brooks and Taleen, and then the last person to come was Sarah. And so they all got out the car and he was all talking and stuff. And so Stansbury was saying, "Well, how is everybody doing?" So everybody's doing all right and stuff like that. And Lesa said, "Well, I want everybody to have a good time and be on the beach and all that kind of stuff." And then they said, "Sarah, how are you?" Sarah said, "I'm in a much better place than I am last night. I'm going to the spiritual healing and therapy, and that's doing wonders for me." And then somebody said, "Brooks, I also heard that you were going to the same place with Sarah." She said, "Yeah, me and Sarah go sometime. And then so Lesa said, "Chanel, are you all right?" Chanel said, "No, I'm not all right." She started crying and stuff. And then so she said, "Why are you not all right?" She said, "Because she's coming in a better place. But when I told my story to her last year, and we went to the same spiritual healing, she used my story against me. Said I was victim. I was playing victim. I was victimized." Sarah said, "No, I didn't say it. No, I didn't say it. I was saying that you shouldn't try to use your past experience with with being abused and all that type of stuff as a victim." She said, "That's the same thing." And then Brooks said, "Yeah, that is the same thing." And she said, "No, it's not. And she said, "Yes, it is, Sarah. You talking about you're a nicer person. You're not a nicer person. You're not a nice person. You're not a good person." That's what Chanel was saying. "Yes, I am. Yes, I am." And then Stansbury said, "Look, I'm trying to eat my food. This shouldn't be discussed here. This should be discussed privately." And Lesa said, "Yeah, y'all go over there and sit down." So they went over there on the other side of the beach where they had the long beach chairs and stuff. And so when the film went back to the table, Lesa said, "I really hope they can work it out. I really hope Chanel and Wichita can work it out." Brooks gonna chime in and say, "Well, you need to let them talk and handle it themselves." She said, "No, I'm just saying I hope they work it out." And then Stansbury said, "Well, that's for another conversation." And then so they went over there and they talked, and she was saying, when you did say that I was using myself," she said, "No, I wasn't." She said, "But the way you were saying it," and then Chanel had said before they left the table that she got a lot of backlash from even the people over there in Somalia when she aired that story out loud. And so what happened while they was at the table, Taleen said, "Stansbury, I heard you was talking about me." She said, "Huh? What?" She said, "Yeah, I heard you was talking about me. I heard you say that I was drunk and I fell down and all my private parts were showing." She said, I might have been drunk, but none of my private parts were showing. I already know. I seen." She said, "Well, who told you that?" She said, "Well, Brooks told me that." And Brooks said, "You did say." She said, "No, I didn't say something. I just said that you were drunk and you was drunk and you fell down." And Brooks said, "No, you said that her private stuff was showing too." She said, Why is everybody talking about my JJ like that? That wasn't supposed to be discussed anyway." And she said, "No, it wasn't supposed to be discussed." She said, "Well, I was just saying it because even my husband Sergio said that he liked it." She said, "What your husband doing looking at me? He's looking at me anyway down there." And so Taleen said, "Yeah, you better watch and check your husband." And then so Brooks said, You did say. And Lesa said, "Well, I didn't know because I was in the VIP section. I didn't see it." And then I said, "We all was in the VIP section. They was trying to start their conversation up again." And then next thing you know, they came back to the table and they said, "Is anything settled?" And then Chanel said, "No, ain't nothing settled," because she don't want to take accountability for what she said about me. Said that I was victimized. She told me, "No, she wasn't." She said she didn't want me to start using my story as a victim. She said no, it's not serious because I'm finished with Chanel. I tried to explain my part. She wouldn't let me explain my part. She said, but you won't take no accountability. Just say that you said that and apologize. She said, no, I didn't say it like this. So I'm not. And then it had the writing on the screen. Then it went off the screen. Like I said, this was just the first episode. It was good. I appreciate all of it. I appreciate everything that the girls are doing. And some people say they want Nina back. I like Sarah because she can stand up to the girls and stuff. But Taleen is kind of like a breakout star. She's new, but she's bringing it and stuff like that. And like Brooke said, she likes Stansbury, but that Taleen woman is her close friend. So if it's between her and Stansbury, she'll be more on Taleen's side. So I did like the first episode. Like I said, I'll try to catch them on 2 and 3 before next Tuesday when 4 comes on. So I won't be too behind. But the vibe really brought it for episode 1. That's all I have for this video. This is A. Wesley. That ain't even tells it like a T.I. is. I am out.